Ahoy there, my name's Beth and this is the story of how I renovated my 1904 Dutch sailing barge. This week, it's ply time. So I've got this this template made up, but I've actually glued it to the battens in the side of the I don't even know what it's called, the cabin sides. So I've glued it to the battens on the cabin sides, and so I've got two strips running along the top just to kind of estimate that slight curve a little bit, and that might need to happen a little bit more as we go further forwards. But so yeah, so I've got an entire piece there. So this is out of one of these. I don't know what they are. They're 220 centimetre by 120 centimetre. I think they're about 2.2 metres by 1.2 metres. I think that's 7 by 4 or something. I think that's probably why they're kind of strange centimetres. But yeah, so they're big sheets of ply. So when I'm going further forwards, I'm going to have them, like, you know, the lengthways, I'm going to take stripes out of them, sort of strips out of them, and then put them on forwards, because then that'll maximise them best. But for this piece, it's actually quite a large piece, so I'm going to do it sort of, you know, landscape-wise, and I'm going to cut all these kind of pieces out. And so then I've got a nice big length of ply all the way up to this batten here. So here I'm just cutting the batten, or the edge, and making the template just slightly off center, so that then the next board can go in here, and then it can be screwed into the batten. And this is the galley and dinette lights. And up here, just in that kind of socket there, that is the saloon lights. So actually I think this might be, oh no, I don't think that's saloon, maybe, I can't remember. Anyway, so those are some lights. So it means that when I'm coming on board the boat, when I get in here, it'll be kind of dark, but I do have a light that's outside as well, so I'm going to put that on some sort of passive infrared thing. So when I get into the cockpit, it'll come on. And then here I can switch on the saloon lights here, and then I can come through and switch on the galley and the dinette lights there as well, and walk through the boat. So yeah, that's handy. There's also some other light switches. Anyway, off topic. So so yeah, this I'm going to cut a little socket hole for. So I'm actually quite much lower than I would be because the floor's not going in yet. I'm standing on the boards cut for the subfloor, and then the water tanks are going on top of that, and then the floor on the top is going on top of that. So I'll be much higher up actually. So these light switches I haven't entirely worked out exactly where to put them just yet, but I think I might actually put them in line with this one here, so just above here. And that might be quite a nice position. So it's slightly down. It's maybe not as high as it would be in a house, but it's not a house, so that's fine. So yeah, so I'm going to cut a little piece out for that. Because actually what I'd like to do is I'd like to put this board on, I'd like to fit it, and I don't want to take it off again. Especially because some of the screws I'm using are actually self-tapping, so they kind of cut into the wood to tap in. So it's not good to put them in and out a few times because the hole gets slack. So yeah, I'm just going to put them in, and then this board can stay on. So you might also notice as well that there's actually quite a lot of UV discolouring of the spray foam as well. So it's been in for quite a while. It's not a problem, but it's happier when it's covered. It's happier in darkness, much like myself. But it's yeah, so you can see the difference in colour there. So anyway, yeah, we'll get that coloured, that covered over. I'm doing this piece now and not the floor. You might think the floor is more important, and you'd be right. But I'm doing this piece now because I just need to kind of get into something without having to move loads of stuff and all this kind of blah blah. So this was really easy to get to. I can easily make a template. I can carry a board of ply out. I can cut that and I can fit it, and it's just something done, something to start off with. So I think what I'll probably do is I'll not put another board in here just yet, because I need to move all of these boards here that are sitting there. So it'll kind of run to here, and then I'll cut another board for this side as well. And so yeah, I need to cut. I'll probably do the same sort of thing as last time. So I'll do a smaller one that fits in there. Although I need to actually put some battens down there as well. There's not a batten right in the end. And then this board will come sort of, I don't know, maybe even up to this one, yeah, this one, and then yeah, then that's that done. So then this is the area of the boat which will be kind of finished, if you like, in terms of lining, because obviously I'm going to put the floor in, and I'm going to put the inside, the lining under the gunnels or under the deck, and that means then I can put the Victron and all the electrical equipment in there. I can start installing that. But I think, yeah, I think I'm just going to try and get this aft section of the boat done first, and then I can move slowly through the boat, because I do also have a lot of ply knocking around. So whenever I work on something, I need to clear it first, and when I clear it, I need to put it somewhere else. So it's just mostly an exercise of shuffling junk around. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to take this this template off the wall. I'm going to then take it outside, lay it onto a sheet of ply, then I'll mark that ply out, and then I'll cut it out with a combination probably of the table saw, not the table saw, the still saw, the plunge saw, and the jigsaw as well. So one final thing, I guess, that up here you'll notice that the template just touches the top here. So this template, I'm going to cut a hole out of here. It's not spider webs, it's glue, hot glue. It looks like spider webs though. So yeah, the template will be cut out here with this hole, and then you'll see here this is where the template will, and then I'll make some sort of surrounds around here, a little piece of wood with a little lip on. So a little L-shaped piece of wood to go in here, and then up here, and then also a curved one to go around here. So that will finish off the window nicely, and look lovely. But up here, I'm just going to cut the ply originally out to the wider side. Then I've got a hole to work for. Then I can measure this curve properly, make a little template for that, which I think I'm going to do with a batten bent the other way. I'm going to try and do it that way. But I haven't entirely worked out that mechanism yet, or might do it with just a bit of paper. So then I can cut out that when the kind of bulk of it is cut out. So yeah, but it actually doesn't have to be too accurate, because it's going to have this liner on. But I want it to be as accurate as I can get it without going too extreme, without going too over the top. So yeah, that's the next plan. But it's quite hot today. So I'm trying to work out exactly where I might be sitting on the sofa. Because the sofa is going to be here, like and actually a C-shaped sofa, I think, but certainly an L-shaped sofa that way. So it'll be kind of like an L shape going across that side, across the front of the bench in the galley. So I think I actually think I might be sitting a little bit higher than this. It's a little bit low, but it kind of gives me a bit of an idea because up here is where the reading light is going to be. So I thought I'll cut the hole about here, but it's far too low because if I'm sitting even higher, then the reading light will be here. I know there'll be like a little gooseneck or something, but it'd be quite low still. So I think yeah, it's going to come out about here. And then it means that the light can be angled down, and then also they can be angled up for some uplighters as well, even though we've got downlighters in the ceiling, in the deck head, then but still, you know, you don't want the big lights on all the time, so these will be nice. Yeah, so it's quite hot today. I've cut that side, fitted that side, that's really good. And I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to cut a little piece to fit here. And then I'm going to make the template for this larger piece. I think actually the template is going to fit exactly right, but of course these buttons are in slightly different positions, so the window in relation to the rest of it is going to be slightly different. So anyway, I think, so today's Saturday, I've got tomorrow as well, of course, because I'm not at work on Sunday. So I'm going to tidy up and I'm going to make this template on tomorrow, on Sunday, and I'm going to get on with some of the quiet jobs because I can do quiet things, but I can't use power tools outside on a Sunday, sadly. So it really cuts down the amount of time. In fact, actually, I think I'm not supposed to be making noise now on a Saturday even, after in the afternoon. And I understand it, like, you know, when you hear power tools, it's a bit kind of it's a bit hard. But yeah, I need to kind of balance that with getting things done, and I don't really have the space to work with these big sheets of ply in here with all this junk in here, and also it's really messy, really dusty. So so if I can work outside, I will. So yeah, I think it's now 6 o'clock. So I think it's too late for power tools now anyway. I was going to cut this and make the template today, but I don't think I will. I think I'm going to finish that today. And yeah, I've got to get all the tools in and everything like that. So it is quite hot, and also Bertie needs a little bit of a walk. So so yeah, we'll carry on tomorrow with some more templates and things like that. I'm really pleased that we've got all of that ply lining up. It's made a massive difference and got rid of a good chunk of the spray foam look. So I've done now up to here, which is the two aft windows here, the large windows, and this is past the section of raised floor in the back here. So that means that I can put the floor down, all of the new floor, and then I can fill in the gaps with some lining in here, and then fill, so that's all of the aft section done. So when the floor's down, so the next big job is to lay the floor, which we'll get onto next. However, I'm going to finish for today because I'm super tired. It's been a long week. I was speaking at a conference yesterday, so I've been there for 2 days. So I'm absolutely exhausted after that. But I had a good night's sleep last night at least. So yeah, I'm going to finish today. I'm making lots of silly mistakes, so I don't really want to be making mistakes with power tools. I actually bought a new set of drills because I've been struggling with terrible old drills for so long that I thought, right, I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm going to buy myself a really lovely set of drills. So I drilled one of the holes in the other side, and honestly, it took seconds. It took about 10 seconds to drill through, whereas it took minutes on the other side with the other drill bits. And I know you can sharpen them, and it is sharpened, but they're just terrible drill bits. Anyway, so I got some new drill bits. I drilled one hole through, like butter, amazing. And then I dropped the drill and snapped the bit. I can't believe it. I can't believe how much of an idiot I am. So I had those bits, I was using them for like a few minutes and then it's gone. But anyway, I've ordered one more bit for the set, so that should be coming soon. But unfortunately, the kit was about 25 quid for lots of drill bits, and the bit itself is 5 quid. So, anyway. So that's that story. So yeah, I'm going to finish now. So next time we're going to do a bit of painting in the bilges. Because that's where the subfloor is going to go down, then the tanks are going to go down, and then the floor on top of the tanks is going to go down. Now on the floor above the tanks, I'm going to put some inspection hatches so I can get to the areas of the tank that I need to. For example, there's inspection hatches in the tops of the tank, which are plates that have been bolted down, and that allows you to get in to give them a clean. So in the floor, there's going to be an inspection hatch there, so you can open the tank, and then get in and give it a good clean or inspect. There's also a breather that I need to put in, so I need to put some hose in for that. But I'm actually going to, for the breathers, there's 2 tanks, and when they fill up from the bottom. So the filler comes from the starboard side, it goes into one tank, and then it starts to fill that up. There's a balance pipe between the 2 tanks, so when one fills up, the other one will start filling up at the same level. But to occupy that space, it needs to push some air out. So the breathers in both sides just allow some air to come out to fill the tank up, and also to pull the water out as well without getting a vacuum, without getting locked. So I'm going to connect both of those 2 breathers together into a T-piece, and then the breathers will go up all the way up to the side of the hull, and that's where the overflow goes out. So I need to drill a hole in the hull for the overflow. So the water comes in, and if it fills up too much, the overflow goes out. But I'm also going to put the breather near the overflow in a loop around the top of the overflow, because I'll have access to all of that, so I can make sure it's all okay. And the T-piece will probably be in an area which I can access as well. So it means that there's no connections in places I can't easily get to. So the tanks will be down, and okay, I could dismantle it all, but I don't really want to, but I'll get as much access as I can. But it means that I want to make sure that underneath the tanks is well protected for a long time. So I put we put some 2-pack epoxy paint last year, but that's got a bit mucky over the winter because moisture had condensed on that, because it's obviously open to the rest of the boat, and then it's gone a little bit, it's got some rustiness in it because it's kind of got some micro spots. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to put another coat of that. But that means I can't stay on board, so that I'm going to do that tomorrow. So today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday. So tomorrow I'm going to put all of that, and then I'm going to Northumberland for a couple of days. And the reason I'm going to Northumberland and the reason why there wasn't a video for a couple of weeks is that sadly my grandmother died a little while ago, a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of weeks when you're watching this, really. So yeah, it's that's kind of occupied a bit of my time. So yeah, apologies for went some videos, but yeah, so that was going on. So it's sad. She was 100 when she died. We just celebrated her 100th birthday back in February. So yeah, she had 100 really good years actually. She was still pretty with it. Just the week before she died, she was out with my brother shopping in Marks and Spencer's, buying sparkly outfits and having coffees, and so she did enjoy life, but it was just her time. So yeah, so we're going to go up for that, and then so I'm going to do that painting. So you'll see that next week. I'm going to release that next week, and I'll edit these separately. But the magic of TV, we'll do that next time. So that's all for this week. We've got tons of this ply lining, which actually in duration in reality has been a couple of weeks because there's been a bit of a break in the middle. So yeah, we got tons done. It's looking really good, and we've got some painting to do next week. So thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate you all, and I love reading your comments. And so yeah, we'll pick up next time for some epoxy painting. But I've got to clear that junk first. Anyway, that's for next week, and I'll see you then. Oh, hi there, my name's Beth, and this is the story of how I renovated my 1904 Dutch... Why am I running out of breath? Oh, hi there, my name's Beth, and this is the story of how I renovated my 1904 Dutch sailing barge. This week, more ply. Oh, hi there, my name's Beth, and this is the story of how I wish those planes would stop going over all the time. They're so noisy. Oh, hi there, my name's Beth, and this is the story of how I renovated my 19... Why am I running out of breath? Oh my god, I'm running out of breath. I'm not going to breath. I say this so often I can't seem to say it today. Oh gosh. Oh, hi there, my name's Beth, and this is the story of how I renovated my 1904 Dutch sailing barge. This week, some ply. What am I saying? What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? I don't know. Let's try again. This week, some ply on the walls. Get some ply up. Do some plying. It's ply time. Right, we'll do that. Okay, it's ply time. You ready? Okay, let's go. Oh, hi there, my name's Beth, and this is the story of how I renovated my 1904 Dutch sailing barge. This week, it's ply time. Yes, that'll do.